Daima Wonderland. Like that little singing little portion there for intro. Anyways, I watched episodes 1 through 12 of Daima in a relatively quick fashion. I'm talking like it was, your average 12 episode anime, thing. Just binge watching, not healthy at all. Don't recommend it unless you really like that. Anyways, I watched episodes 1 through 12 of Daima, and I have a review for you. I'm not anyone special, but humans are humans, so reaction time. React to me saying what I liked about it and what I didn't. Anyways, this has a very different style to it. Obviously, animation wise, it's like arguably the best we've seen. I think I like Broly movie more, but Daima is good as well. I guess it's gonna be second place. Because like, even if you don't like the chibi art style of like Goku and Bulma and all these characters that turn to kids, you can see it's still good at making adult characters, because like characters like Glorio are adults and they actually look good. And you can imagine Goku in that same style. It's not bad. And we're like 12, and spoiler alert, in the story right now, Goku and the rest of the gang are still kids. So, we don't get to see adult Goku since like the beginning of the anime. I think they're gonna be adults at some point. I think like the final fight will probably be with them as adults, if I had to guess. Because I think they know that like adult Goku is gonna be a lot more hyped to see. So I think storytelling wise, I don't think the end goal is for them to be kids, and for them to only turn to adults like after they beat the main boss. Anyways, more spoiler territory. Actually, before spoilers, we're gonna talk about it's the comedy style, because Dragon Ball, it's not just about fighting, it's about funniness. It reminds me more of Dragon Ball, OG Dragon Ball. I didn't actually watch most of OG Dragon Ball. Spoiler alert, I'm a fake fan of Dragon Ball. Take that as you will. But I didn't actually watch it. I just know the basic plot strings. The point is, I do know that the comedy in Dragon Ball is a lot more, I don't say edgy, but a lot more anime. Like, Dragon Ball, I think, has a humor that you would associate with, like, bigger anime, or more accurately, like, shonen. But DB is truly just anime. All the perverted jokes, all of the weird things that would eventually become tropes of certain characters, or certain anime. I mean, obviously they created that stuff. It's the father of anime, so you're gonna see the weird tropes. And in Daima, you're gonna see the same thing. We got some weird things going on. Goku, for some reason, has a pooping problem. He's got diarrhea or something. He poops a lot. He eats a lot like usual, but he also poops a lot now. So that's cool. I guess. Vegeta is less prideful. Take that as you will. He's not like it's not like his character's been entirely regressed, but he takes a really weird burn to take. And, he is interesting here. We don't get to see much of Vegeta, but trust me, when we do see Vegeta, man. We see him. We see the Prince of Lost Hands, trust me. But back into the major things. New casts. Mostly, I mean, all people are still here. Like, I think the main people I would say are gonna be like a new character named Pansy, Glorio, Shy. Oh my goodness, Supreme Kai of Kai. Supreme Kai. He is here. Kaioshin is his name sometimes. I mean, Supreme Kaioshin is the full name, so it's not really his name. People call him Shin. His real name is actually Natare, or something like that. I don't know. It's his real name. He's actually a Shin. That's like the race he is. That's all cans and worms. Honestly, it's not really interesting to talk about. But it's unique. What I do like about this Daima is that they give a lot of character building, like a lot of world building. Like, this is more world building we get out of anything. Like, no, Namek Saga, not as much world building there. The basic things we get there is Namekians are there, they live there, and they were from another planet, but they're there now, and that's it. And they're just there. We don't get a lot of that, but with Daima, we get a lot of lore. So the way the Demon World works is there's a lot of lore to this, but essentially, long ago, there were these beings who, there's this ultra powerful being, this one being who like made the Majin, and they spread out all over the universes, and most people, well, I'll say most, but there's like a lot of life in the universes are all descended from the Majin, and then the other parts are people that were born after the creation of the universes and stuff like that. Pretty crazy. So Zeno's not the most powerful being. No, he's not. It's this new being. I forgot his name already, but yeah. Anyways, this is world, the demon realm, I should say. There's three levels to it. There is like the third level, first, second, third, all that. Third level is the biggest one. There's like the most people there, but they also get treated the worst because they're lower class. Second class with slightly better living conditions, but also way smaller. And this is also where I think it's the first, like, where the Mechans are actually from. Like, it's like the Mechans are technically demon kin or demon peoples, and this is like their original homeworld. Like the first Namekian, actually like made that whole place and all that. So that's a pretty big lore drop there. Piccolo's father was actually part of that group of the Mechans that once were there, and then the first is like just like the demon king. That it was the Burra, but we find out later that the demon lord before the Burra was actually a Burra. I think that's his father. But anyways, a lot of lore drop. And also we learn a lot more about the atmosphere of the planet. It's crazy. In the third world of the demon world, like, the air is heavy, so it's pretty hard for Goku to fly around. It's harder to breathe. It's harder to move around. It's really cool, actually. I think it's like some of the best world building ever. Like, if you wanted to make a D&D campaign, hear me out. I'm just using the third realm from the demon world. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that's just that world building. I'm actually amazing. And what I love about it so much is that I hate the Buu Saga because it felt drawn out and there wasn't a lot of good lore. Lore, not as much for me, honestly, but now looking back on it, lore-wise, it's just not as packing as Daima. I think I got more world building out of Daima in the 12 episodes I just watched than the entirety of the Buu Saga. The Buu Saga is more about characters than anything, so I guess that's fair. We've been on Earth. How many times can we learn about Earth? But to be fair, we didn't know a lot about Earth. Anyways, you gotta watch maybe Dragon Ball to know more about it. But it's great what they're able to do with the storytelling here. And Goku is still Goku. I don't think they changed his character anymore. He's not dumb. Like, I guess what people were wondering is they're gonna regress Goku's character even more, make him more like Super. Technically, yes, I guess. He's still more on Goku, but, like, you got your signature Goku things. Goku's always wanting to fight, wants to eat food, and when he starts smiling in a fight, you're cooked. Same situation here. Nothing major. I don't think anything's bad here. Nothing bad for Goku's character. But I will say Vegeta is not the same. There's a scene where Vegeta gets, like, insulted minorly by this one character named Hibis. Doesn't really matter his name. He's not that crazy important. But he says, like, I just stopped listening to you because you're talking like a king when you're not. And Vegeta just gets mad and just, like, looks away and angrily. And he just says, okay, please tell me this information, please. He starts using please. I'm like, okay, Vegeta. Like, this is after Buu Saga, but, like, Buu Saga Vegeta still considered himself the prince of all Saiyans. I mean, am I wrong when saying that? But, yeah, Vegeta just takes that. So I guess that's just Vegeta now. He is really not taking the whole kid thing lightly. That's kind of lame of him. But Piccolo does not have a lot of lines. He does not have a lot of lines at all. He's only here to, I'm assuming, it serve an important purpose later, because he's done nothing. Bulma, actually, as well, has done nothing. It takes about, like, 6 episodes or 7 episodes for Bulma and, like, Vegeta and Piccolo to actually get to the Demon Realm, because they have to go later. But anyways, they don't actually serve an important role. Vegeta does at at the end of 11 into 12. We'll get into that later. This is gonna be a 15-minute video probably, but Bulma serves like zero purpose, actually, zero at all. She's useless. And like I said, this is like Dragon Ball. So who takes the Bulma place of being like the smart one, the one that's telling Goku he's stupid, and being what Bulma was in Dragon Ball? That is the new character Pansy. Pansy is just Bulma. She's Bulma with a mix of some other characters actually too. I think personality wise, I'm gonna say she's more Bulma, but I think family wise, she's actually similar to Chi-Chi, because Chi-Chi has obviously her father being the Ox King. You see, Pansy's also a princess of like the third realm, the third level demon world. She's a princess, and she has a father that's pretty similar to the Ox King. And I will say she also has a similar like wanting to fight. Like she wants to fight, like just straight up try her best to fight. Change things around the world. Similar to what I would say it's like GT Pan that is. So it's weird. Actually, kind of mixes up. Actually, let's not say Pan here. Pan, she is a good Pan GT, but I think a better comparison to that might just be DBZ Bulma. Not Bulma. What am I talking about? DBZ Videl. Jesus, like I'm getting a mixture of Videl, Bulma, and Chi-Chi here, and the Videl part is still the same thing. They're just wanting to fight and like wanting to help. But I'm gonna say it's more similar to Videl because Videl wanted to fight with Gohan because she also shared a similar sense of justice. She also just want to get stronger. I think it's more comparable. Plus, I never watched GT, so I can only go off what I've assumed from Pan. I don't know her whole thing. I do know she likes to fight at least, but that's like the bare minimum. So I want to go ahead and say Videl. There's also Glorio. Glorio is no, switching character. This guy's original. He's being set up to do some stuff. I'm not gonna spoil it, despite the fact that this is already into spoilers. Mainly because I don't think it's interesting yet. But for this last 5 minutes in the video, I do want to talk about a certain someone in this new anime. It seems like every single new Dragon Ball property, they always add at least one character. It's just like, who is this beautiful character on my screen? You see, in Dragon Ball, it was nobody, because I didn't watch Dragon Ball. Although I will say, I guess it could theoretically be Launch, but I'm not going to say that. But then we move on to Dragon Ball Z. We got Chi-Chi. Dragon Ball Buu Saga Chi-Chi is peak Aronian cheese. We move on to GT. I'm going to go ahead and say Chi-Chi again. I'm going to go ahead and say Chi-Chi again. We're going to go on to Dragon Ball Super. We got Vados. We got all the other angels, mostly. You know what I'm talking about. We got Kale. We got Cauliflower. We got Kefla. And, I'm going to go ahead and just put hands up saying, knives at my throat. I don't care. Ribrianne and the rest of them. But of course, number one probably still going to be Chi-Chi for me. But of course, we can't forget Android 18 from Dragon Ball Z. I forgot about that. And you already know, even in the games, we got characters like Android 21. In this new anime called Dragon Ball Daima, we got this brand new character that's revealed to be the sister of the Supreme Kai, or Kaioshin, or Natare, whatever his name is, want to call him, Anaristu, or whatever her name is. I don't know her name actually. I think I know spelling like A-R-I, that I gave up because like it's sub and they weren't pronouncing it good enough to me for any to actually know it. Anyways, the point is, new character. She is beautiful, peak design. I mean, beautiful. I'm probably putting up a picture of her right now. She reminds me of Granny Psycho from like Danadon, which makes sense because she's also pretty old. I mean, like for some reason, Dragon Ball not even Dragon Ball. I think they just like anime in general just love making demons live longer than humans, which I guess kind of makes sense because like actually no, it doesn't. It doesn't actually, because demons in this world they're not immortal. They can get more lives. Like, they can ask for more years. Well, not ask for it, but they have to, like, earn more years of their life. But they have longer lifespans, because why not? And it's it's interesting, but at the same time, I feel like it's overdone, with demons just living longer, naturally. But they do. So it's one of those most anime things ever, where, the old characters look young, and the young characters look old. Not actually, no, just the first one. And it's only for girls. It's like anime rule number 37, where, like, every girl that is old must look young. Because predators, I think. Japan's weird. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Very different style from Super or Z. But now that we have, like, 1 minute left, we're talking about the main meat and potatoes. Episode 12, we see Vegeta, the Prince of All Saiyans, receive the biggest glow up of all time. He gets himself Super Saiyan 3. And, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have not been aware, the biggest joke, the biggest stain on Vegeta's record has been that he can have all the forms and stuff that a certain Goku character has. Vegeta finally has Super Saiyan 3. The form he's been waiting for since we saw Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. I mean, Goku in the Buu Saga. It was very embarrassing for him. Goku was just saving that move off. Just didn't feel like using it against Vegeta. And then he finds out about it. It's like, dang. He had a whole new form. And then we're like, dang, he's never going to get that form either. Because let's skip the blue. Well, let's skip the God. And then blue. Well, really, blue, than God, because technically we see blue Vegeta. The point is, Vegeta never gets Super Saiyan 3. We're like, wow, I guess that's just a Goku exclusive. The one move, the one little technique he had, just to poop on Vegeta's whole entire pride. But no, Vegeta gets it here to defeat Tamagami number 2. And mind you, this fight, it was so good. And also, okay, so spoilers. Let me tell you spoilers, but Goku fights Tamagami number it's 3. He fights him by himself 1v1, and he wins. Vegeta fights Tamagami number 2. It's supposed to be 1v1, but guess who has to come in and try and beat up Vegeta? It's a Kraken, a giant Kraken that's also trying to fight Vegeta at the same time. He's trying to eat him, and Vegeta thwarts both their efforts. He's able to beat the Kraken. And also, I forgot to tell you guys this, but while he's fighting Tamagami number 2, Neva, which is the first Namekian, aka the creator of the Dragon Balls for the Demon World, who also made the robots to protect the Dragon Balls, he gives the robot a power boost just because he heard the sayings like to have fun. Vegeta's fighting a harder robot while also being double teamed, and still clutches the 2v1 while also not breaking a sweat. I mean, he does sweat, but the point is, he is pretty nonchalant. Super Saiyan 3 is pretty brief in how he uses it. He just beats him up real quick. And that was a big issue for me. I was wondering, are they going to address the energy loss issue? They didn't have to. They didn't have to because of how fast they were able to beat Tamagami number 2 in the Kraken. Well, the Kraken actually died before he went Super Saiyan 3. But the point is, it's very good. It's very good. And we're going to end the video off here at 17 minutes. Just better upload. If it doesn't upload, I'm going to be very upset. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about Daima. I like it so far. I will say, I didn't get bored of the anime. I haven't gotten bored of it. But to some fans, I know it could be a turnoff not seeing the same type of humor, the same type of fight scenes. Because the fight scenes in this anime are recently they've been a lot more grounded, a lot less hand to hand. We are yet to see a Dragon Ball property since Broly movie have good hand to hand combat. I think not anything we've seen the I want to say Buu Saga, not Buu Saga. Yeah, Buu Saga Super Saiyan 2 Goku versus Majin Vegeta, that type of hands. We haven't seen that type of hands at all in Daima yet so far. It's been cool animation wise, but it hasn't been on the same level of just animation. I won't say animation, I want to say creativity in the fights. I mean, to be fair, most of the fights have been giants versus it's been a David versus Goliath situation, not in that unlucky to win, more just big opponent versus small opponent. We haven't been able to see good hand to hand yet, so I'm hoping for that. But anyways, that's the end of the video, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of Daima. If you guys like it, if you guys don't, tell me why, because I'm pretty interested. And see you guys on the next one.